Coding made
So what's up everybody, and welcome to your next C# Monogame RPG tutorial. I really feel bad for making the tutorial really long last time, so this tutorial is gonna be relatively short. All we're really gonna be doing is we're gonna be taking the tile sheet from the current layer and displaying it on the right hand side. So now to get started, we're going to create a new class called tile display, and we are going to inherit from graphics device control, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the editor. We are going to inherit, and voila. So what we're going to do in our editor class now, we're going to do a few things. We're going to have a variable called layer number, and we're going to set layer number equal to 0. Then we're going to have a property, and we're going to call it layer, and we're going to say get, and we're going to return map layer number. So we're just going to return that layer. And what we're gonna also be doing is creating an event handler called onInitialize, and we're gonna be adding this right here. We're gonna say if onInitialize not equals to null, then call onInitialize this null. And the reason why we're doing this here is because the tile map editor, the tile display, is gonna rely on certain things. It's gonna need the map to be initialized, so we want to call this after the editor has been initialized. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to build this, and we're going to call form. We're going to go to form1.cs, the design screen, and as you can see, tile display is there. And so we're just going to place this here, and we're just going to save that. Now what we're going to do in our tile display now, we're going to create a constructor. Now the reason why I made you do that first is because if you add this in first, you're gonna get an error because it needs to have a default constructor in order to do stuff with. So now that we've kind of gotten rid of the default constructor, we overloaded it, sorry. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the form1designer.cs, and we're going to just say in here ref editor1, and I'm just going to get a reference to the editor, and we're going to have two things in this class for now. We're going to have an editor, and we're going to have an image. So we're just going to say this editor equals editor, and we're going to say that editor dot onInitialize plus equals, and we'll do tab, and we're just going to change this to load content, and we'll just change that. And when we load the content, we're just going to say image is equal to editor dot current layer, sorry. And did we create that yet? It should be current layer, sorry. So we're gonna say editor.currentLayer.image. And so we're gonna get the current layer's image, and that's all we really need. So we need to create a sprite batch. So we need to use the graphics, and we need to create a sprite batch. And the reason why we need to create a different sprite batch instead of using editor sprite batch is because we're using a different graphics device. So when we call, we can call it on the initialize, and we'll say graphics device, and we're gonna say sprite batch.begin, sprite batch.end, image.draw. And let's run this. Let's see if we get any errors. And voila, when we draw it, we get our tile sheet drawn to the right hand side. So we might just want to add one last thing. So graphics voice clear, and we can add in a color. Now we need to use the regular framework for this, and we'll just change the cornflower blue and run this again. And voila, we got a display on the right side. Now, before I end this tutorial, it is done. The tutorial is done, but I'm just going to be making a few design changes just to make it suit our needs a bit better. What I'm going to do is in the properties panel, oh man, I did not mean to do that. Just give me 1 second. I need my, where's properties, or whatever, just right click properties, and let's just drag right here. So we need, I'm gonna show you my properties right here. Oh man, I gotta stop doing this. Okay, so we got our properties right there, and we want the properties for this, right? So I've set it so my tile sheets are maximum 320, so I only want a maximum of 10 tiles wide, and it doesn't matter how long our tile sheet is, right? But we want to have a value between 0 and 1 in the x coordinate. I made my tile sheets maximum 320 by 320, but it's up to you how you want to specify it. But I specified that my maximum width is 320, so we're just going to set that right here. And so let's just increase the width of this. And we want, and this is the size, let's just increase the size right here. And we want to set this to 480, I guess. And so let's move this down a bit. This down a bit, and we'll change the properties on this, and we'll just set it to 640 by 40. So we'll just set it to the default screen width of our game. I'm not sure if I set to 640 or 800 by 600. I'm not sure, but 640 by 40 is a good measurement, and we will just modify this accordingly. So wow, it's getting pretty big. So I made it a bit bigger to accommodate for the size. And again, you don't have to make it this big, it's just a preference. And now that we've gotten that done, we just run it again. And all of a sudden we have an error. So let us check this out, and with our design, it says it was either declared or never assigned. So let's see. So for whatever reason, this was removed from the top of my code. That's why it wasn't running. So it wasn't recognizing it. So let's try to run this one more time. And I think it reverted back to my old settings, so I'd have to redo that again, but you get the point of what I was going for. So you guys can modify that if you want to, but I'm going to end this tutorial here. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and bye for now.